Borowski. I'm here with
Tripp,
a.k.a. Will, a.k.a.
aka the incredible guru of Joel Wilson's going to be mad if I use the guru, but the master of Liberty Crack Media and Liberty Crack Media Network, and this is the premiere episode of Microphone Monkeys. So, welcome to the Monkey Barrel, everybody.
So we have a couple topics for today. I
Yay!
think the general theme might be little research, strong opinions.
Okay.
Because I did half of the research on the drive here. ChatGPT voice,
We're very,
texting.
very thorough. Yeah, a lot of time consumptions going into this.
To keep things very minimal. Oh, does the sound? Did the sound effects? Let's see.
Give me a hell yeah.
There we go.
There we are.
The rattlesnake kicking in. So I listed out 10 things, and we're just going to wing it.
Okay.
So
Give it your best shot.
best shot. These are all things that have happened relatively recently since
No.
our last podcast with the Hoff.
Okay.
Our
Well, that was last year.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So we have our comrade friend, Mom Donnie,
Oh,
elected
yes.
in
The
New
new
York City.
Socialist Republic of New York.
Socialist Republic of New York. I don't remember in the Declaration of the Constitution where they had the warmth of collectivism.
Oh, gosh.
Or
When he
mob
said
rule.
that, I mean, I am just, and of course, my thing is, yeah, you can collect a group for a temporary assignment and then disband it. But this collectivism he's talking about, it's putting the collective before yourself. And this
Against
kind of
rugged individualism.
Oh, yeah, against rugged individualism, which is the cornerstone of how this country was created. So, yeah, this is Thoreau is rolling in his grave right now as we speak.
It's the age of Rousseau.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, people think this is easy doing this podcast, but I read through his whole inauguration speech.
You poor man.
Yeah, I know. And the first quote that stuck out I thought was very interesting. To those who insist that the era of big government is over, hear me when I say this. No longer will City Hall hesitate to use its power. Nothing's more reassuring than hearing the government say they will no longer hesitate to wield their power. There's nothing scary about that.
Oh, gosh, yeah. And then how is he going to feel about that when he's not in power and they have somebody else in sitting in Gracie Manor? Yeah.
Well, it's funny. He thinks he's going to pass all this stuff, but 3 days in, they already have increased bus fares.
wait a minute. They're supposed to be riding for free.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he seems to have some state and local limits to what he's able to do. And then his famous quote, "We will replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism," which his wife showed because she had $630 custom boots on at the convention. So I guess the comrade king and queen will have the worth of collectivism. But
Well, he's talking about the collectivism of all the peons and because they're not going to be able to afford
peasants.
clothes, so you're going to have to huddle together as a collective in order to stay warm with your body heat. Plus, you won't have any fuel because it's going to be the Green New Deal of New York. He's already got a problem too with funding all this stuff because he thought he was going to have all these taxes raised, and then he didn't realize that he didn't have the power to do it.
yeah, he thinks he has the power to do it.
That's actually Hochul, I think that's
Yeah.
And she put the brakes on. Well, she did, and then she's kind of backed off on some of it and things like that. But I don't know.
with the
She's
winds.
she's
Hochul's another nut.
Oh yeah. She can take a a no-win situation make it into a lose-lose-lose situation, which is absolutely amazing.
There were a couple more juicy, low-hanging fruit in this one. So he said, here where the language of the New Deal was born, we will return the vast resources of the city to the workers. So anytime someone says they're going to return your money to other people, I'm sure that's very comforting to all the finance class and everything in New York City.
Workers for what? I mean, all the businesses are leaving.
Yeah, for 20 years, and it's just been accelerating. Uh-huh. You know the infamous AOC Amazon fiasco.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And, I mean, it's just Wall Street has just been about abandoned. They're now set up in Texas and even in Florida. They're doing trading, more trading out of New York than in New York right now.
Yeah, which is a huge red flag. I was just in New York City a year ago, and they're only going to take so much of that. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
People have been moving to the South for 20 years.
Yeah.
And since COVID, it's J-curved, it's accelerated. He also added, we will deliver universal child care, which this will be a nice dovetail to Minnesota. Mm-hmm. They're spreading the warmth early.
They're going to have Leering centers all over.
Leering centers all over New York City. And we will freeze the rent. So freezing prices has always been a great way to get more of something.
Uh-huh.
In the city, the peak city of rent control,
uh-huh.
they're going to now further freeze the rent. And we will make buses fast and free, which we saw how that's going the first couple days.
Yeah.
And he said, we will
Well, they can go fast because there's going to be no traffic.
There'll be no traffic. No one's going into New York anymore. And he said, we will govern without shame and insecurity, making no apology for what we believe. I was elected as a democratic socialist, and I will govern as a democratic socialist. I will not abandon my principles for fear of being deemed radical.
And he will fail as a democratic socialist, and he will not learn from his mistakes as a democratic socialist.
Yeah, I wonder, I don't remember mob confiscation. That must be an implied power.
I guess so.
In the Constitution.
Do you think we're going to have to go in with special forces to get him out of Gracie Mansion?
Might have to pull a Venezuela move to get him out of there. He might be the next Hugo Chavez. And then, if we didn't have enough gifts for the Monkey podcast,
Uh-huh.
a few days later, he has a housing tenant director.
Yes, she is a
Sia
genius.
Weaver.
Yes,
She's a genius.
She is absolutely a genius.
And
yeah.
she has a deep understanding of housing because her mother has a $1.6 million mansion in Nashville.
Yeah.
But she said, especially white people, white families, and some POCs, people of color, are going to have a different relationship with property going forward. We will be transitioning to treating property as a collective good. So more warmth of collectivism.
She is definitely an economic scholar. I've heard her stuff, and she's one person I can honestly say doesn't have a clue. It's scary. It really is scary on how absolutely out of touch that these people are.
I think this might be a time for Stone Cold.
Oh, which one?
Number one.
Number one.
You are the world's dumbest son of a bitch.
Absolutely.
Little Stone Cold break there.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's incredible, though. Have they ever read, not even just reading. You don't even have to do that anymore. Look at what's going on worldwide with all the socialist countries. They're getting exposed as to the only way they function is to rape and pillage capitalism.
Yeah.
China right now is on the brink because we've cut them off from raping and pillaging Argentina of their oil.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here, we'll get to the whole Venezuela international relations demographic, too.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a nice transition. But Sia, not quite done with Miss Sia Weaver yet, our communist
Dream Weaver.
She said, seize private property exclamation in 2018. Private property, including any kind of especially home ownership, is a weapon of white supremacy. So, yeah, more expanding on her beautiful, wonderful idea.
Well, one of the things that they're starting up is supposed to be these like tribunal things for these landowners that have these apartment buildings about how they let them go to pot. You know, they haven't kept them up. There's cockroaches, rats, you know, all this stuff. And it's because, and they're so blind, it's because of their rent control. They have no extra money in order to actually do upkeep on these things. So
New York City still has residual COVID laws. They make it almost absolutely. It's hard in South Carolina to deal with evictions and squatting.
yeah.
Florida's trying to deal with it to speed it up and streamline it a little bit. But in New York City, if someone stops paying you, it could take years of zero income in a rent-controlled building.
Yeah.
There's no profit motive.
Yeah, yeah. You're losing money every day.
Yeah.
With this thing, and yeah, they have no clue. And of course, they think, well, is if we take it as the state, and then we can sit there and then take money from all the other people that have homes, and then we can take their money that they're paying in taxes, and then they're paying these people's rents. It doesn't work.
Well, her
it
mom
doesn't
has
work.
a mansion, so clearly if we just give the mansions away, that'll fix the whole problem.
Oh, you know, I bet you if we look into it, she's got some sort of issue with her mother and her mother's power and money. And that is, I mean, and I'm sorry, if you're somebody who is a democratic socialist out there that's listening to me, a lot of times I believe that there is some sort of personal issue that makes people lean in to this type of belief.
It's identity.
Yeah.
It could be a Freudian personal trauma. I don't know. Her mom might be funding.
And sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Well, and here's a nice segue into issue number 2 that I have Googled since last night and researched in the car. What happens when you get a massive welfare state? We get Minnesota. That's in your neck of the woods.
That's right. I grew up in the fine tundra of Wisconsin, and yeah, we have our good neighbors in Minnesota. And for a longest time, they used to be very, very conservative, except for that real small pocket in St. Paul. Then all of a sudden, St. Paul kind of blended in with all the stuff that was going on in the big city, and the Twin Cities, of course, now are just one massive urban center, and it's just really gone downhill for that. That entire state is screaming. The entire state is screaming because of these few square miles of Minneapolis, St. Paul. And Minneapolis, St. Paul is a train wreck. And those people in Minneapolis, St. Paul are terrified of going 10 miles outside of town because those people 10 miles outside of town have guns.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't speak different languages, and they are,
Are these the people who drive by Tim Walz's house?
Yeah.
I call him a
laughing and
retard.
which is the other thing that cracks me up is Tim Walz is so delusional that he thinks that he can call up the Minnesota National Guard to go up against ICE. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to imagine what that would be like. You have this 19-year-old guardsman, and you're going, make sure that those guys from the ice don't cross the street. I mean, what is his end game?
I think Walls has been touched by a little bit of the Biden syndrome. He might be on the decline.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to remove the tampon from wherever it is and figure it out. Yeah, he does. He's an embarrassment to anybody who grew up in the Midwest.
Well, he knows a lot about the warmth of collectivism because it turns out, what is it, $9 billion in welfare fraud and more than 60 convictions so far from this Somali Leering Center for Children.
Oh, yeah.
But at least they do take universal child care very seriously. Mom Donnie, our comrade friend, could learn from them also.
I honestly don't think it's out of the realm of reality that Ian Omar ends up out of this country.
She doesn't seem to like it here anyway.
Why she wants to stay here? She wants to stay here for the billions of dollars that she's been getting. Because... it is evident that she committed fraud, and so...
Didn't it even go to Keith Ellison? And it's going all the way down the line there in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
All in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
All these fun, exciting things have happened.
And he's not done. I mean, you and I in the middle, watching the left and the right go at each other, is kind of fun because for the longest time, the folks on the right have been just sitting on their hands and saying, well, with time and everything, it'll all work out. It'll all work out. And then somebody gets kind of libertarianized, and he gets into office and he just says, okay, screw the old rules. We're just going to go and go by what the actual Constitution says. We're going to ignore everything that's going on in the press. And because the press was the biggest cudgel, I think, that they had going for them on the left.
It is interesting how they've coalesced over the past century.
Yeah.
The left with the state. When Jefferson warned about bad incentives, a large central government, mercantilism with Britain, this is what happens.
Yeah.
You can't have all that money on the table and let it just sit there. People are going to be incentivized to grab at it.
Absolutely.
This is probably time. Let's see. Let's mix in another before we move on to the golden boy in Venezuela. This might be a number 4.
And that's the bottom line. You know why?
Yes, I do.
You're damn right, because Stone Cold said so.
Stone Cold said so.
Stone Cold said so.
We'll get this smoother, but there needs to be a little more Stone Cold. So, Saturday, everyone wakes up, and what has happened? Before we can even see what's going on, the neocons have jizzed their pants immediately.
Yeah.
Trump threw a total curveball at us. He invaded and overthrew Venezuela not because of oil. Mm-hmm. And now we're threatening Greenland. So what Stephen Miller said, we're entitled to Greenland. The evil Thomas Massey keeps bringing up the Constitution and international law and everything.
Well, and it's kind of funny because the whole thing with Greenland, and I think long and short of it, it's just in my opinion, my humble opinion, is that what we're trying to do is to establish our military in Greenland.
Don't we already have a base over there?
A small base, but we want to take over Greenland completely for military purposes, and make sure that we have their energy and their communications infrastructure under us and not under Europe. Yeah. And that is where the big rub is. And so, and again, it's for a military reasoning.
Well, and I will say, because
Yeah.
Trump at his core is an amoral populist,
Yep.
and people like Rand Paul and Thomas Massey are of the Jefferson tradition
Yep.
of the country. It seems like those both tie in, because when he went into Venezuela, the opposition leader who won the Nobel Prize, he said she doesn't have enough support. So basically, we will be running Venezuela for the near future. So it'll be interesting.
And the left is going crazy because under Bush, he would come up with a story and a lie. But under Trump, he goes, yeah, we're going to take their oil.
That is true.
We're gonna run the thing.
He doesn't mask it.
And he doesn't mask it. Yeah. He just puts it out there, and they don't know quite how to do this because they're like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be a spin war.
Well, he said we're going to judiciously because, we have to be all judicious.
Yeah.
We're going to transition real nice and smooth. So
Yeah.
we'll see. One thing about Venezuela is they are basically completely dependent on their oil.
Yeah.
The only reason it's kind of similar to Greece during the Eurozone crisis. When oil prices started to go haywire in the 70s, in the mid-70s, they nationalized the oil.
Yeah.
And they went from producing 3 million barrels a day to now, since Hugo Chavez, it's less than 1 million.
Oh yeah, and part of it's because they cannot keep up their pumping structure. They just don't have the wherewithal, the infrastructure to do that. The Chinese wanted to come in and start doing that for them, and I believe, I don't know for a fact, but I believe that probably was that was the negotiations that was happening the day before he got snatched out of his bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
power play.
And the Chinese and the Russians were getting less than $20 a barrel out of the small amount that was coming out of there. So they were undercutting the world market. BRICS is, the BRICS system is just smoke and mirrors. There's no petro money that's going through. It's petro extortion that they're using. And so, it's, again, it's like basic economics. But I'm with Massey and Rand Paul on where I can see where he's doing the blustering and so on. Realistically, you have the population was 300,000 or something like that of Greenland.
Yeah, Greenland.
So, and the people are like, well, what do the people of Greenland feel like? They don't care.
Yeah.
They really don't care, one way or another.
When Trump started mentioning Canada,
Yeah.
Sometimes people get defensive when you basically say we're just coming in, taking stuff, and they get kind of bent out of shape. Greenland is largely an ice cube, largely an igloo.
Yeah. But the people there, they're generally...
Well, NATO's getting involved now.
Well, yeah.
So now it's escalated.
Well, but this is funny. The European... This is my feeling with the Europeans with NATO. Well, if you do this, we're going to take over your bases that are here, and we're going to just kick you out of NATO. Thank you. Go right ahead.
NATO is largely a relic of the Cold War.
And it has been a social program for these countries that have been not having to take care of their own defense. So guess what? Go with God. Go ahead, take it over, start spending. Oh, you don't make planes and you don't make tanks and so on. Well, yeah, that's fine.
Well, the whole
Buy them from us.
Well, the whole Ukrainian situation where we've been building up right up to the border of Russia with this Cold War relic that's been used for 30 years, basically just to instigate war, instead of prevent it.
Exactly.
We end up how many billions of dollars have we just given Ukraine?
Right.
over the
yeah.
past 2-3 years.
Yeah, and then they keep begging to want to use American bodies to bleed on their lands over this stuff, and they try to do that, and that's what's ridiculous. That's why so many military people are libertarians. But yeah, this is just it is insane. And going back, you mentioning Canada, people are ignoring what's going on in Canada. Saskatchewan and Alberta, they're already trying to separate.
That would be an interesting plot twist.
They're almost there.
Yeah.
Because Carney has completely screwed their economy. He has completely screwed their timber industry. He's completely screwed their petroleum industry. And the western part of Canada is already been to the White House twice. They've already voted to secede. They're like 2/3 of their way out.
Wow.
And the only thing is that when they decide that they want to go out, whether they want to be independent or whether they want to be part of the United States. If they decide that they're part of the United States, yep. Unfortunately for the Canadians, when you have a new province, our military goes in.
Yeah, I will say it's not likely of happening, but adding Canada as a whole would basically be adding a second California.
Well,
Alberta would be different, and even if they were their own little republic,
oh yeah,
it would be better for them and better.
I mean,
for us,
it would be getting three little countries. We'd have a northern United States, which is what wants to separate from them now. Then you have this little French upstart, the Quebecois, who cannot stand Ottawa, but they are with them because they're both European socialists. And then you have Ottawa, the European socialists. So, there you go.
Yeah, that would be a little hairy. Talking about white liberals in Canada, did you see the ICE shooting of Renee Nicole Good the other day? Now, I have mixed feelings because there is police brutality, but there's also liberal white women running over people.
Yeah.
So it's a little convoluted. There's been a few angles of it.
Well, let's look at her as an individual. Let's take her out of her collective, put her as an individual. This poor woman has been divorced twice, lost her children, and she's now a lesbian, I guess.
Oh,
and she has a woman that she was with that she's been living with.
Children.
Pardon?
I didn't know she lost her children. I just have.
Oh, yeah. She lost her children to the divorces and stuff like that. So she's got some personal baggage that she has to deal with. So I feel sorry for her. I'm going to give her some grace on this. A lot of people don't realize that a motor vehicle is considered a weapon. So if you try running somebody over, you actually have a weapons charge when you hit them.
Well, this is a classic gray area. I've been pulled over a half dozen times, mainly for speeding.
Yeah.
And
mainlining. He's talking about needle still stuck in his arm.
They could have probably got me for texting and ChatGPT. This podcast. But if you are strategic and rational about it, you turn your car off, cooperate, et cetera, de-escalate.
Yeah.
And there is police brutality and gray areas in the rules and everything else, but just as basic self-defense and survival, dealing with the police, you never know who you're dealing with, what type of officer you're dealing with, what the context is. You have to be very strategic on how you deal with things. And when there's three in front of your car, to the side of your car, telling you to stop, and not completely out of the way of your car, which could be considered a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
And you speed off, it's not surprising, justified or not, it's not surprising.
No.
It ends in bullets flying.
As I told my kids, cooperate and keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Unfortunately, and there are people in the liberty world that take it to the extreme,
Yeah.
and there's a place for that.
Yeah.
But you have to be strategic and careful, or you end up massacred in your car.
And yeah,
You have to
exactly.
be a little tactical about how you deal with the
Yeah.
bullies.
Well, if you can believe it, we've come up to the half hour.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
yeah. And so I hope everybody has enjoyed our premiere episode.
Monkey Podcast, Microphone Monkeys. We
Yeah.
have to end it with the rattlesnake.
The rattlesnake.
But
Okay.
we need to, you know what? Let's go with number 4.
Number 4. Okay. It's nice if I hit the right.
And that's the bottom line. You know
Bottom
why?
line.
Yes, I do.
You're damn right, because Stone
Stone
Cold
Cold
said
said
so.
so.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. That's the bottom line.
Bottom
'Cause
line.
Stone Cold
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see everybody next week, and we're going to have even more monkeys inside the barrel. All right. Take care, everybody, and we will see you later.
Markets have no need for hey, we're the microphone monkeys. People say we're anarchist funkies, but we're too busy being free. Hey, we're the microphone monkeys. No red tape to tie us down. Private roads all through the town. Voluntary is the way. Hands off my Bitcoin. Okay. Hey, we're the microphone monkeys. People say we're anarchist funkies, but we're too busy being free. Hey, we're the microphone monkeys. We don't need your welfare state.